Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. And my name is Charles Olero. This is Get It Right. And today we are speaking about a very important topic that I know that you're going to love. It's something that most of us have gone through, some of us are going through, and perhaps some will go through.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's been long. I don't know. It's been long since we saw each other.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything is good.
How are you feeling?
Awesome.
I'm glad you're here. And thank you for
you.
making it to this show. Ladies and gentlemen, Debbie is here with us. And Debbie, I want these guys to get to know you. Please, hebu waambie wewe ni nani, unafanya nini, na kwa nini uko hapa leo. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm Debbie. People call me Debbie, Deb, Deborah.
Baby.
You can call me all that, but baby is restricted, okay?
Okay.
I'm a student, final year, doing nutrition and dietetics. And I'm a born-again Christian. That is one thing that I'm proud of. And it's good to be in that place. It's an awesome place to be.
Katika hiyo harakati.
Ndio. Yeah, and I'm glad to be here. Yeah, it's a privilege actually. Don't take it for granted.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for coming. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are discussing about something that's very important, and I'm now dropping it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking about when love hurts. We're talking about love affairs right now. Okay, now Debbie.
Yeah.
Love is a very important aspect in life. And today we're not just talking about, I know there are other forms of love or maybe other kinds of love, like the one that the brotherly love and all that. But today we are talking about eros, okay? The love that's between a woman and a man.
Okay.
Okay? Romantic stuffs. All right. So, of late, I've been having issues, or maybe I've been talking to some guys about love issues and all that. And actually, there are some people always tell me that they don't believe in love. So in the first, when we are discussing about when love hurts, we really have to understand some of these things. That first, do you think that it's good to believe in love? Like, does love exist?
Of course, yes. Love exists.
Hey!
100%. I agree, it exists. Because the reason I'll say that love exists, it's because every single day we experience people that love us. And it starts at a particular point. It's not something that just evolves. So love exists because they say that a journey starts with a single step.
Yes.
So even to love, it starts with a single thing. It just takes a point of noticing it and then it erupts. So to me, love exists.
It exists.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my goodness. So love exists. That's what Debbie is telling us today. Love exists. I don't know. There are people who believe that love is just an infatuation, it doesn't exist. And today we're getting something new. We're getting it right from Debbie. Now, if love exists, then how do you know that someone loves you? Because to some extent, some people say that love is not just about the words you speak. Some people say it's about how someone reacts, about actions and words and all that. So can we just get it right from you? Like, how do you know that someone loves you? Because there's that kind of people, there are those kind of people that they love you genuinely, but those people who won't actually love you, they'll just be pretending, you know?
Actually, getting it right from the place of whereby I say that it starts from a particular place. And loving people, let me now just talk about love generally.
Yes.
Loving people is a must. When you come to the place of understanding that love is not something that you choose to do, but it's something that it's supposed to come out of you, like it just has to come out. You don't have to force it. Because at the end of the day, now I'm talking as a basis, like a Christian.
Yes.
We say that God is love and we are born of love, right?
Yeah, right.
So if God is love and we are born of love, then love has to be us because we are born of God. That is something that is automatically in us. But now the different dimensions take place whereby with how you relate with one another. In the first point, when I meet you, I'll have to love you because I am born of God and God is love. But now as time goes by, when I am starting to know you, I will either choose whether to love you as phileo, as a friend, or rather I'll choose to love you in the eros kind of way, because there are dimensions we have reached with you. Are you getting me?
I'm getting you.
Yeah.
Loud
So
and clear.
it exists, and it depends. It depends with how you relate with somebody. It depends with how deep you can go. You choose to love people because probably they have given you a shoulder to lean on. Probably they have been of help in one way or another. Probably their family,
Yeah.
But when it gets to Eros kind of love, it takes a deeper thing than just a friend, than just a confidant. It takes a different angle than just a mentor or it takes a lot of things. I would love Chalo as my boyfriend, because
and
maybe my boyfriend because basically maybe I feel free and I feel awesome when I just talk to you. I feel like I can share with you my troubles, my pain, my joy, and every other thing.
Yeah, sure.
And maybe that is just the only thing that I need to feel like I'm at home. Yes.
So how about those ladies or maybe those men that to them the only way they can feel loved is when they feel that they're kind of pumped with resources. Sorry, in this matter I mean money and all that. That to some extent the people say that there's no love without money.
I agree to disagree.
Okay.
Reason being,
Hey.
Ukweli, first
No
of
love
all,
without money.
No, I'm saying I agree to disagree. Yeah. Meaning
Uh-huh.
that at some point I'll agree, but at some point I'll disagree.
Okay.
When you base your love in the fact of resources and materials, number one, remember that these are things that at some point they get lost.
Of course, yes.
So it means that if my husband or my boyfriend doesn't have cash at one point in time, I will leave him because I built up my love on
that gender.
that is so bad. But at the end of the day, that is my point to disagree that love is not all based on resources. I don't have to date a guy who lives in Runda or Langata to be taking me in TRM or any other fancy place. But I can date this guy who lives in the slum and he will take me go eat chapo madondo. But at the end of the day, we eat it with freedom, we eat it with confidence, we eat it with because there is something greater that has binded us. It is not all about cash.
Yes.
It is a place whereby this is what he can afford.
Yeah.
So this is what I will go with. And as time goes by, you see, I always believe that when I meet a guy or when a guy meets me, our destinies lies to each other. So however much they don't have the cash right now, I believe it is our responsibility to work together to get what we have.
So after this idea, there's a boy child that gave me a very interesting story. Let's just try and get into his shoes, okay? So this guy ameachwa na demu yake kwa sababu hana pesa.
Ouch.
Unaelewa? So this kind of person, how can we try and help him? How can we just figure out something that inaweza mfanya atulie, because this guy is hurt?
Okay, number one, I will tell this guy that he has to know that not everyone will be meant to respond to what you give. If you're a boy, if you're a grown man, nasemanga mwanaume ni ndevu. Kama ni mwanaume na una ndevu,
si mfuko siku hizi.
You have to realize, number one, that it's not a must for somebody to love you. When you approach a lady, they'll either say yes or say no. So maybe this lady, when
she say yes, no.
Yes, no. Okay. Then it's your responsibility to know where they lie. Is it a yes or a no? Based on how you treat them.
If it's a yes and a no and you love that person, you really want to be with them,
you'll have to know, you'll have to get their stand, whether they're in for it or they're not in for it, unless you're a joker, unless you're dating for fun.
Oh my goodness.
But if you're dating for serious things, like if you're dating for marriage, I don't expect a full grown man to be sitting with a lady who is not yet decided whether they are in or not. So you have to be a man enough and ask and gain confidence and ask them, are you for this? Is it a yes? Yes, we do this. If it's a no, fine. I pull up myself and take life as it is and move on. And I believe love will find me one day.
Oh my goodness. So how about this situation? It makes me just want to say something that I'm just thinking about right now. You've been dating someone for the longest time ever, let's say 4 years or 5 years, right? And then this kind of a person, there's this time that you you want to move to the next step after dating. You just want to get engaged and you want to propose, and that person says she's still thinking or he's still thinking. He's still 50-50.
That guy is not serious.
You've been with that person for that long, and you've just had this kind of attachment that is so strong and so real that she or he is everything to you. You can't just say like, I'm packing out my things and leaving. It's nearly impossible. It's not easy.
Okay.
It's not, and then they tell her they are 50-50. They still have to think, and time is moving so fast.
Okay, at some point it does happen. Even people getting married and they still, after 10 years, people divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you've heard of that. But as I started saying that, I will go back to what I said first. That love starts at a particular point. The reason why we have a lot of divorces, basically, or a lot of breakups after a long period of time, is that people have not really understood the basis of where love came from.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will take us back. The genesis of love is God. I will forever build everything on that. So there is no good reason why I should... when you talk about, when you talk at a place of love, number one, there are basic things that have to be just lay forth. Trust issues.
Yes, of course.
And accountability and a lot of things. But above it all, I believe that trust is one thing that builds up a relationship.
Yes.
So if we have been with you for 4 years and you have been seeing things that will probably... Number one, if you tell me you're 50-50, if we have been with you for 5 years or 4 years, I would ask you, why are you 50-50? Why are you not sure? What have you not learned from me?
Yeah.
What is it that you have not gotten right? And if you tell me what is it, when did you realize that this was here? If it is a long time ago, then I'll have a problem with you because you have not been honest with me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but if we have reached a place of we are going to the next step, I believe that honesty is one thing very true. So if you see a problem with me, we have dated with you for a very long period, and I see that Chalo has this character that I don't like.
Yeah.
It is my responsibility to tell you,
exactly,
and
yeah.
you build up on that. Yeah, so you don't have to tell me you're 50-50 because of something you've realized like long time ago and you've not been working on it. If you don't tell me to work on it, who do you expect at Anyambia?
Oh my goodness. When love hurts, hashtag let's get it right. We're going on with this very nice topic, this very interesting conversation. And Debbie, this conversation is getting interesting. And I just believe that leo mtu atasaidika. Yes, because it really hurts. I don't want to talk about my personal life because today it's not just about me. Today it's about someone who's going through this process, this stage of life that's very crucial. Of course, we have to get heartbroken sometimes so that we get to learn of how to face the future.
Yeah, we have to.
Yes, we have to. We have to, right.
And grow up.
And grow up, of course. As you want to grow up.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very true. So actually, when someone is heartbroken, they're totally broken. Because I believe that love is something that, it's so sweet. It's like poison, sweet poison, right? But when you take it, there's how it affects your system. You get used to it in a certain manner, certain way. Ukiachwa, ushinde kuachika, it becomes a very deadly poison. And we've seen very many people in social media or in real life doing crazy things because of love. Some wanajinyonga na tissue. Wengine wanaamua kujirusha kwa mbele ya gari wagongwe, and so kind of things. Yeah. So what do you think? I just want us to get it right, like some deeper dimensions of how individuals react towards, when they are heartbroken, when they are broken. Why do you think that people always behave in certain ways when they are heartbroken?
Okay. The reason I can say is that our intentions or our expectations when we get into that relationship. Because at times we get into relationships and our expectations are too high than what our
What are ambitious?
Yeah, like what I'm so over expectant about what I want than what he can give.
Yeah.
So when I get into this relationship and he's not able to meet my expectations, I go up messed up.
Yes.
Maybe I expected him to do some certain things my way because I feel that is the best way he can do it for me, but he is not able to raise into that standard. So I end up getting hurt because my expectations are not met. But the moment you sit down and you get to reason together, I will advise that when I start a relationship with somebody, get to sit down and get to know that where are we going, after 1 year, what do we expect, both of us, and are you comfortable with these expectations? Like, are you free with how we are doing things this way? But the moment that kila msee ako na expectations zake, sweetie, you're gonna get hurt because very bad, like so bad.
Kama lori kuanguka. Lori ya nini?
Yeah, because I will be expecting you to give me the universe and you cannot give me the world. You cannot. You cannot even give me Kenya itself. So I will be like putting her hopes too high, and I end up getting messed up because of my expectations. Number two, I will say the intentions. What are your intentions in this relationship? Most of us, when we get into relationships, our intentions are, maybe I am at the age of getting married, and I'm so in a hurry that, man, I really need to get married like now. Yesterday. Brother, ulikuwa wapi? Ungetafuta mapema. Unaona? And because the intentions are wrong, you will get up ending hurt because maybe with this person that you're into is not ready for such a particular things. Marriage things are things that we are supposed to be talking about and agreeing. But because your intentions are just so different with what we are supposed to be building on in this relationship, you end up not in line with what uvunjike kabisa. So that is just it.
Lakini this gender, anyway, it's been trending. This gender.
Which gender?
This gender.
Which one?
This gender. So when someone is hurt, someone out there, I know there's someone out there who is definitely hurt, and maybe is watching this show, not washing dishes, watching this show.
Tumesikia hiyo.
Yeah, producer cut here. Okay, and maybe there's someone out there who is really going through this kind of a hard ordeal. Of course, I believe there's still hope.
Yeah, there is.
There is hope.
Kuachwa si mwisho ya maisha.
Hey.
Brother.
Ni uchungu.
I know it hurts, but at the end of the day, I said you have to grow up.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. It's not the men are wameisha. It's not the women wameisha. In fact, for men, the Bible says that one man will marry seven wives will want to hang on you. Why are you stressed, boyfriend? Okay, let me be serious anyway. What I mean is that when you get hurt, you don't really have to quit on everything because it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean that if one person has failed to respond to your love, you'll not get other people to respond to it. Everything happens with the plan of God. Maybe God had already foreseen that this is not the perfect match for you. So there is always hope. Okay. There is, I believe.
Okay, moving on. Thank you. Lakini kuachika ni ngumu, sio rahisi.
Yeah, it is.
So there's still a big hope.
There is. Na times kuachwa zingine zinakuanga za jokes. Maybe msichana pia yuko serious kana kuacha.
But kuacha umeacha, either or. Whether that person is serious or is joking, that's the end of it.
But at the end of the day, you don't see people who wanaachana, but they will still come back together and just... It depends on the basis of where you started your love from. That is just all. When you understand the genesis of your love, then things wouldn't really get.
So when love hurts, as in when some guys, let's say that they're broken up. So what's the next step? That they're broken up, there's no going back again.
Okay.
Should someone move on?
Yeah, you should.
How quick? How soon?
It depends with your heart. Kuna wale watu wenye wamekaa kwa relationships nyingi yenye waki break up by kesho.
Mapros.
By kesho.
Oh my goodness.
By kesho washa move on. So it depends with how you are.
Inanikumbusha ile song ya Beyonce. Don't think you're irreplaceable. You can be replaced immediately.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anything received can be rejected. Yeah.
So that healing process, You know, okay, in as much as it differs, depending on individuals, but I believe that every single person needs that process of healing.
Yeah, every single person does.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yes, and of course, there's this one important aspect that we must not forget: bitterness. Tell us, how can one solve this bitterness? Because bitterness with heartbreaks, most of the times, zinakuwaga pamoja.
Okay. So, number one, you have to come to a place of knowing that you are more important than, okay, this will sound negative at some point.
Bring it up. Come on, mbaya.
But at the end of the day, you have to understand that you are the best out of the best.
Yeah.
So if Chalo will leave me to go for another hot cake or another rangiatao, I'll believe that I am so hot, or I'm better than that other person. You know, I'll love to bring myself to a place of whereby you left me, and when you left me, you left the best. You know, I will have to think good of myself.
Wow.
I will have to think that out of every other lady, I still stand out.
That's so powerful.
And because you left me doesn't make me any less, and doesn't make me any, hainifanyi kuwa kidogo ya jinsi ulivyoniacha, but it makes me grow brighter and brighter, you know. It makes me glow every single day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Confidence. Nikitoka
Get
hapo
it right.
Knowing
Get
that
it
I
right.
am single. Hey, my friend.
Keep the conversation going on our social media platforms. Hashtag Let's Get It Right. This is a very important conversation that we are having right here. And, oh my goodness, those are wonderful words. So finally, conversion of that negative energy from heartbreaks.
Okay.
Because some always believe, or some always prefer vengeance, or hurting the other person, posting stuff. When you wanna post hizo vitu, mnapostia, you even take photo yenye ulipiga na crush wako some years ago, and that's the moment you want to post it on your status, so say like, after all, when you're gone, I can still replace you, but indeed, indeed unaweka picha ya mtu mwenye akona someone somewhere.
You will never settle out bitterness with vengeance. That is number one. The moment you'll understand that you're better than any other person, then you'll get to know your value, probably. Not probably, but basically you'll get to know what you're made of and who you are.
Your worth.
And the best thing you can do, this is so hard, but the best thing you can do is just to love these people.
Wow.
Most people wakikosananga na ma ex zao, you don't talk to them. You should. Breaking up with them doesn't mean that they are wrong, they are bad.
Oh, that's the end of your friendship.
No, it doesn't mean that way. It just means that you guys didn't reach at a place of complimenting one another.
Yeah.
So the best thing you can do is just love them. Love them for who they are. Love them with their other spouses if you can.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Utakuwa unaingilia familia za watu.
No, the genesis of love. That is what I said. When you understand where the genesis of love begins, then you will not have a problem with these other things.
I don't have a problem with loving people. I love you all.
Yeah, so that is just what I can say. The best thing you can do to solve. Let me say this. How many times do we fall short of the glory of God, but still He becomes this one good, perfect dad to us? You know, the best thing I can say is that when you relate, the genesis of love is agape. Any kind of love, whether phileo, whether eros, it starts from there.
Yeah.
And so when you understand how God loves us, then you'll have an easy time of understanding how you can love others despite of how wrong they will take you to be, or how wrong they will have wronged you. So when I say that it's hard to love your enemies, or it's hard to love them that have hurt you, He that can help you understand that best, it's God. So at the place of every heartbreak, at the place of every bitterness, I will best refer you to my best doctor. That is God.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. That's amazing. That's amazing, amazing, amazing. This is Get It Right Show. And remember, my name is Charles Olero. And Debbie, thank you so much for this wonderful conversation.
You're welcome.
I just want you to say something, just your last remarks to someone who's listening out there, someone who is going through this and just needs your word.
Okay. Number one thing.
Kwanza. Hey, mkuwe tayari kwa sababu sasa hii ni maneno muhimu sana. You take it deep into your heart. Hata ingie ndani na
ndani
kilindini, that's it. Haya.
Okay, number one thing to our viewers, you have to know that if you're in a heartbreak process right now, you're hurting. Number one, know that you're the best. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're the best, and you gave your best in that relationship, so it shouldn't hurt you. Number two, love them and take God as your best example, because I will say this: when you understand how often you wrong God but he still loves you, then you'll understand how to love them that hurt you, because God is your perfect example. And lastly, love is the greatest commandment that God given to us. So you cannot afford to hate anyone, but you can afford to love everyone. As I said, love is a must.
Lazima.
Love is a must.
Kama ibada.
All
right. Thank you very much, Debbie.
You're
and ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of this show. Thank you so much for being part of this show. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to meet you in our next episode of Get It Right. My name is Charles Olero, I've been your host, and this is Get It Right Show. # Let's Get It Right. Thank you. Till next time. Have a good time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mpendane.